My name is Joshua, and I have a dog, a snake, and a lot of plants. I decided to move out when I was really young, like 16. That's not super young, but it's still pretty young to move out and just move states and come back here all alone. When I moved here, I didn't want nothing to do with my culture. Like that said, I took the label and I slapped it on myself, like, yeah, I'm native, but I didn't do none of the native stuff, and I kind of started feeling like very lost in a way. For a while there, I was couch hopping and probably gonna end up either dead or in jail, and my mom was looking for places to get me into, and she was calling people, trying to find me a shelter or something like that. She was worried about me. She knew something was wrong. She just didn't know what exactly was wrong because she wasn't here. She couldn't see us and we didn't talk to her, me and my sister. So with that, she found this place. And sure enough, like 3 weeks later, I got a call from some people and they were like, hey, you got a place to live. Why don't you come check out your apartment? So I came here and I haven't left since.
So Anda Young Center had started from the Red Schoolhouse. It was a schooling program, and they had noticed a need that the Native young people were houseless and needed services. And so from then, Anda Young Center was born, and we opened our doors 41 years ago. We have our emergency shelter, which is the first building. Then we have our Beverly A. Benjamin Youth Lodge, which is our transitional living program where our young people learn independent living skills and they receive case management. And then we have our supportive housing building here, and that is for 18 to 24. Then additionally, there's a plethora of cultural services through the Youth and Family Services, our Oyate Nawajin, our Nini Janisag program, and then we are also our Safe Harbor Certified Shelter, which is our Jawenama program, which means they are loved in Ojibwe.
We have advocates that will work from newborn babies to elders.
A lot of other programs too. The last one I really remember being a big one was they gave people here an opportunity to own an internship through college. That program was entirely free. It was offered to us from the state of Minnesota, from mostly like commissioners and stuff. You don't get opportunities like this usually. No one really pays for your schooling nowadays. It's kind of like a youth thing.
And then my role as a suicide prevention coordinator is I do a lot of utilizing our culture as a way to prevent suicide and other things like that, because we really feel like all of this historical trauma and the removing of our traditions, our culture, our language, all of those things that kind of led us into this, what I will say, dark place.
I think a lot of us who were not raised within our culture and our traditional ways feel disconnected. I think there's shame with not knowing certain things. And so we want to light a fire within our youth and get them excited and be able to show them their place in our community, I think is really important.
They come and they offer like me to come to these programs, and I would always say no, but as time went on, my mom kept telling me like, there's really cool programs there. Like I'm getting emails about them. You should really join some of them. And I was like, I don't know. But my last year before this one was probably one of the second toughest years I've ever experienced in my life. And at that point, you're really alone if you don't got a good family base. And if you do got a good family base, you got to fall back on them and ask them for some sort of guidance or, help. So that's what I did. I became very alone and asked my mama for help and the staff, and they started helping me get in touch with culture because they said it would help a lot.
The main way we try to address a lot of these unique challenges is connecting youth and families to their community and to their culture so that they can use that as the main lens they see through to solve those other unique challenges.
I was really nervous about moving away from my hometown, moving away from my reservation where I knew I had a sense of community there. But then moving here to a city where I know nobody, but then coming to Inda Young Center and then going to powwows or going to these cultural things that maybe not just Inda Young Center does, but all the Native serving organizations within the metro area. You see people that you see at powwow, you see people that you see at drum and dance here at Inda Young Center. You know, you see people multiple times and then you build a sense of community with them. And so now that I live here, like I feel in a sense even more connected to my culture than I did living on my reservation.
We do receive referrals from self-referrals, the county, ICWA placements, and so the social workers will initially start the referral process through myself and the case manager.
In my experience, the long-term impacts with working with families, feeling connected to a community and not so alone as a parent or as a caregiver or as a young person, if they can really feel like they have friends and allies and supportive peers, that can have really lasting impacts that help them through the challenges of day-to-day and through the challenges of learning about themselves and their culture.
So the staff that we have here at Inda Young Center are absolutely amazing. They show up every day with compassion, integrity, like a beautiful healing energy, and their commitment to our families and our youth is what makes us so successful in what we do.
Come here, you're not forgotten. There will definitely be some work put on you, but not like hard work, you know, not hard labor or nothing like that. Not no mental strain work, but it'll be work that is directed on yourself through other people trying to help you. So when you come here, you start to grow, whether you like it or not.